My beloved Biafrans, ekelekwa m unu, ndewono, daalụnụ, as well as I greet my returning viewers and my subscribers. And I'm using this very medium to say long live to Biafra freedom fighters and long live to Biafran indigenes. Long live to Biafra nation. Long live to United States of America. Long live to Mr. Donald Trump, the president of United States of America. As it stands this very moment, I want to inform somebody who is listening to me to be very attentive and know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case is a high-profile case and a VIP case that needed not to be treated anyhow and needed not to be treated like a criminal, needed not to be treated with illiteracy and nonchalant attitude. As Donald Trump have indicated interest by the letter that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu wrote to him or written him while in the DSS custody before he was transferred to Sokoto prison. Now the letter is actively working because Donald Trump has gotten the whole information and the signals from Nigeria government on how they have concluded on how to suicide Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to make sure that he is dead. And that is without any significant reason, just because he is fighting for his right. Somebody may say, what is his right all about? Well, I cannot be rude and I cannot be insultive. I believe that every human being have fundamental right. I believe that every human being have land of origin. I believe that every human being have ancestral land. I believe that every human being have a claim and where he come from. And the right of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is Biafra nation, for your information. And the Biafra nation can never be overemphasized. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu issue can never be overemphasized. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have become the topic of the day, the memory verse, that if you did not memorize it, then you don't follow, you are outdated. So, the news trending on the social media today in the whole world is about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the indigenous people leader of Biafra. All right? So now, as Nigeria government, you know that there's nothing they cannot do. And every evil you look for is in their pocket. Have made up their mind before now that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must be killed, as they have been killing others and going scot-free. But this time, they met with a wrong person. They met their Waterloo. I'm telling you the truth that if you have conscience, if you are godly, you will understand that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, everything he says is right and everything he's doing is right. Both naturally, constitutionally, and materially, financially, and numerically. He is not wrong anywhere. And therefore, some of you are already confused because you don't know where to go to from here. I want to tell you that you must have where to go to from here. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has opened the door that no man can close it. And that door is door of freedom for all. Freedom of Biafrans, freedom of Igbos, freedom for Hausas, freedom for Yorubas, freedom for Africans, freedom for the whole world. To tackle the issue of terrorism, jihadists, militants, Fulani terrorists, living in the bushes and forests, raping and kidnapping and killing people for ritual purposes, which Donald Trump have raised alarm, and only to discover that Nigeria government is the one responsible for sponsoring terrorism in West Africa sub-region. So, ladies and gentlemen, let it make sense to you today that United States of America cannot overlook Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and United States of America cannot overlook Biafrans, and they cannot overlook Christians in Nigeria. I'm telling you the truth, whether you like it or you don't like it. They are on top of the game. And what Nigeria government quickly forgot in a hurry is that what you don't know is more than you. Tinubu thought that Americans or American government or Donald Trump is the type he bribed or he will give bribe, like Finland president, Finland Prime Minister Alex Stubb is a hungry man, very hungry. You know, if I'm very poor, and to describe me as a poor man, you put very, that is a doing word verb. So if I'm very poor, I will become like a Lex Stubb. That is to say, I don't have anything to eat. All right? Alex Stubb is very hungry, too hungry, very hungry. And that was why he accepted blood money from Bianco Juku on the head of Simon Ekpa. If you're a good Biafran and you are a good Igbo man, this memory will never depart from you until you die. Because some broken heart will never mend, and some memories will never end, and some tears will never dry. Then the love of Americans towards Biafrans will never die, whether you like it or not. Let the enemies of Biafrans come in thousands, in millions. Biafra land will judge them and swallow them alive. I'm telling you that there are men on ground. There are men from different places that have volunteered themselves to make sure that Biafra nation is completely declared. And this is why somebody like Trump talks about Biafra. If you have not heard it before, you are hearing it now from my mouth. Trump have spoken about Biafra, talked about Biafra and the killings going on in the land of Biafra by Islamic jihadist organization Mieti Allah terrorists. So now you want us to overlook Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for them to kill him. It will not work. So, and I'm not here to tell you how far we have gone and what we are doing, because many people have been asking me, when will Mazi Nnamdi Kanu be released? And what will be the nature of his release? And how can this be done? Can Yorubas and the Fulanis allow Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to be released? Listen to me, ladies and gentlemen, my brothers and my sisters. Fulanis and Yorubas are not the problem of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's incarceration. The people who sold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu are Igbo politicians. They sold him, and they are still giving bribe to make sure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did not come out, that he dies in the prison. He dies in the DSS custody. Are you getting it now? Let me convince you that Hope Uzodinma is a terrorist officer, a terrorist governor in Southeast. Let me gist you how it happened. Do you know that when court discharged and acquitted Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that Hope Uzodinma immediately that day called Abubakar Malami, the former Attorney General and Minister of Justice of Nigeria, a Fulani man from Kebbi State. Hope Uzodinma called him and told him how much he has paid into his account to make sure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu dies and rots in the DSS custody. And that was when Malami changed his mind that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not yet acquitted. He is only discharged, but not acquitted. They started hanky-panking issue, started turning the matter up and down. Now, let me show you how Hope Uzodinma linked with terrorism. Today, Abubakar Malami, the former AGF and Attorney General of Nigeria, is a terrorist and he sponsors terrorism, and he has an account that he used and pay billions of naira into the account of Fulani Mietiala terrorist organization in Nigeria. Both Lakrawa, ISWAP, Mamuda, ICC, and etc. Malami is a terrorist. So also Hope Uzodinma is a terrorist because they work hand in hand. People that Hope Uzodinma killed in Imo State are more than 5 million people, both children, pregnant women, adult, old men and women, people who are going about their normal businesses. So, do you want to tell me that you have just forgotten in a hurry, and all of you still clap for him and bow down to him, call him your governor? What a shame. What a disgrace. Show me your friend, and I will tell you whom you are. Hope Uzodinma is a terrorist. Hope Uzodinma is the Sariki Fulani of Imo State. So Hope Uzodinma works with the Sultan of Sokoto, who is the conductor and the leader of terrorist organization in West Africa sub-region. If you don't know, I am making it clear to you. And these are the things Mazi Nnamdi Kanu foresee. He foresaw all these things and started shouting, Igbos should run. Igbos should fight back. Igbos should prepare.